What is going on, guys? Ready Designs here. Of course, I'm here again with another tutorial. Sorry for the mix-up yesterday. I really was supposed to upload it, but here it is today. Anyways, today we're going to come at you guys with something new. This is my new tutorial series. I felt like a lot of people around Twitter and YouTube, and a lot of people just in general, keep messaging me and DMing me, private messaging me, tweeting at me, even just asking me in person to do some 2D design tutorials. And I felt like it's such a broad subject, because 2D design, there's so much you can do with it. You can't really label 2D design to one simple thing. So I felt like, why don't I start doing a 2D design series, and why don't I start doing it to where I can actually help you guys use different types of layer styles, background building techniques, all these different techniques, period, to where you guys can actually improve yourselves as designers and probably get way better than I am. And I'm not very, I don't find myself to be very amazing, but, I just want to teach you guys what I know. So that's basically what it is. So a lot of people have asked, how do you get that really clean feel and logos and anything, period. And, one of the biggest things I always tell them is it's all, knowing, what looks good. So I'll give you guys an example. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this layer style today. Is this layer style. This layer style, I'll zoom in, 100. Of course, I'll crop this just so you guys can see this. We're going to focus on this right now. You guys can see this real quick. I cut it off a little too much on the right. But anyways, it's a cool layer style. It's like a chromey, but it's 2D, and you can tell. And it flows really well with anything. It's a really good logo thing for you guys to use. It's amazing, and I'm going to show you guys how to use it. I've been using it a lot, and I feel like, I get too many people keep asking me how to do it, so I might as well do it. You guys will probably love it. So if you guys keep loving this series, please leave comments and stuff like that. Always, of course, helps me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this on a completely different canvas. This is just my different logos I have. So I'm going to open up a new canvas. I don't know why I have it set at 500 by 500, but we're going to just keep this as a new canvas. Of course, make this a dark gray background, whatever. Alright, and we're going to just switch the color of this. Now, the main thing about 2D design, keeping everything professional, I'll give you rule number 1. Don't use regular white. Do not use this white FFFFFF number color code. Even in CMYK, do not use regular white. Don't. Use an off-white. I recommend, all E's or E9s, E9, 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 and that it's an off-white, but it looks right. It looks cool, looks slick, not too much. And it's very eye-appealing too. Your eyes are trained to be, it's not necessarily trained, but in everything, where our eyes are magnets to faces, type, which is text, and logos. 100%, your eyes will go straight to them. You'll learn that in design school, and that's why you have to really focus in on your logos, so and your colors. Anyway, so to get this, we're going to go over. Actually, I don't need this document anymore. All right, to get this black border. Usually, I would use Illustrator. Sorry, I had that illustration up. I just wanted to click the program. And this is usually the program I'd use it in. But if you don't have Illustrator, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We're just going to basically select your thumbnail on your layers, and you're going to just hit Command and click on the thumbnail. Then you're going to create a new layer and bring it behind your logo layer or your text layer, whatever you're using. And you're going to go to Select, Modify, Expand. Now you can go to 25 pixels, you can go to however many you want, it really just depends on your personal taste on what you like. There's millions of different things. You know, I'm not going to tell you which one. I use 30 just because it's a 1280 by 720, and I like that width. Looks cool, my opinion. You know, whatever. Anyways, you can do this many different ways. You can just click on your marquee tool, click fill, go to a color, and I usually use a gray. I'm actually going to just use a cool, I'm going to switch this to a white, actually, this background, because I kind of want to show you guys really the what it can do on a clean background. And after that, we're going to just, of course, after you guys will see, hey, my text is outlined, but my points aren't there. If you have a point, or even on curves, your curves aren't perfect. You go to your trusty pen tool in Photoshop and you fix it. It's very simple. Most people wouldn't think of doing something like that. Reason being is because we live in a world where common sense obviously is not too common, and you can just fix it. But everyone has learning experiences. Trust me, I have very, very little common sense as well, so it's definitely not abnormal. Anyways, so getting back on topic, as you guys can see, I'm just outlining. It's very simple, very effective, and it's easy, quick. As you guys also, I don't know if you guys can see this very well, there are going to be some areas on your actual, when you do outline this, that you're going to have to be very careful with, because you're going to want to make sure that you don't, that you get these perfectly, like the line, like when you use your pen tool, you outline this perfectly, because if you don't, I'll show you what happens. I don't know if I did it here. If I didn't do it, then I'll show you as an example. See, there's a lot of clicking just because you want to make sure it's perfect. But anyways, we're going to click stroke, or no, we're going to, okay. Did I do it? Yeah, I did. Okay. For people that, I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but it's very, 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 very vague. You really, really can't, I don't even think I can see it very well, but it's there. If we zoom in enough, you guys can see pixelized-wise. As you guys can see, the pixels start to get lighter, and then the lighter ones get into like this dark feeling. And what you don't want that. That just shows that your line is wrong. And it happens all the time with the pen tool. Most people, you won't run into that problem. But when you're running, when you're, overlapping more colors, it happens every once in a while. So, make sure you have that perfectly. But anyways, we have our text outlined. Looks great. Now you're probably thinking, all right, well, that's easy. Like, what are you trying to teach me? Well, I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do right now. Anyways, we are going to make a new layer above your original white or off-white layer. You're going to create not a clipping mask. You're going to select your R layer, of course, again, or whatever layer you have. You're going to create a new layer, select, modify, contract. Once again, sorry, I have to zoom in. Make sure you're zoomed in so you can see this. So select, modify, contract, and it really just depends on how much of the white you want to see and how much you don't. So I usually do about 3, and you can just, once again, fill, color, and I usually do a darker off-white. And what you can do is, of course, once again, it's not going to be a perfect, edge. So you're going to have to go in and delete, portions, add portions. Really just depends. But I want to get this perfect. Reason being is because in 2D design, because it's so simple, your flaws will show very fast. That's why that's why many people stay away from it, is because it might be easy, but it's very hard and very annoying and very it's basic, and it's very tough to get that basic feel and make it look perfect all the time. A lot of people don't like that, and that's completely understandable. But the thing is if you can't do the basics, you can't do the other stuff. Like, you know, it's just pointless. But yeah, so once we have that, zoom out again, and this is where it kind of starts to come together. You guys can see that little nice white trim on the outside. Gives it that really cool, crisp edge. Awesome, perfect. Now, as you guys can see, we're going to have to create a new layer and clipping mask that over your grayer layer of your, wow, that was a weird word, grayer layer of your logo. Not the actual logo itself, the one you made above it that you just did the selection. You're going to take your pen tool, and we're going to make a gloss. So you can either do curvy lines, you can do straight lines, you can do slanted lines. It doesn't really matter. This is just, I like curvy ones, just, I don't know, kind of add something to it. Make sure it's on a clipping mask, hit white, and there you go. Now, people are going to be like, okay, well, why, you just told us not to use flat white. I did, and I was wrong. Anyways, no, we're going to want to... You're going to want to use pretty much the same color as your original, your original color, or your original, what's it called, like, logo color. And that's completely, fine, and that's perfect. So after that, after you have that there, which I already have, you're going to create another layer under your gloss, and you're going to go to select a black color. The brush, sorry, I was using some cool stuff I was screwing around with some brushes, but you're going to want to go down to your actual soft brush, go to about a 50 pixel, make sure it's black, and you're just going to want to outline the bottom of your curve. And the reason is because it's going to give it a nice chrome effect. And that's it. And you just can move the opacity down. I'd go anywhere below 25 is perfect. You don't want to go past 25 or it's going to start to just really screw up on you. And that is your text. You can merge these layers, you can group them, you can do whatever you want. Now, that goes into the next tutorial, which will be patterns and really starting to initiate your actual banner and the starting of it all, and layer styles and that whole thing. So if we can get a good 200 likes on this, which would be amazing, I will throw that next one up, and we're gonna just go right into it. We keep doing 2D design stuff. I know you guys really love to learn it, and it's always something fun I love to do because it's very simple and it's very fun to teach, and it's very fun for you guys. And of course, me, I like to teach other people. I don't care if I'm the best. I don't care if I'm the worst. As long as I can teach somebody else what I know, it's perfect, and it makes me happy. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for the love, and thanks again for almost 42,000 subscribers. It's just outrageous. 2,000 subscribers within, what, a month? That's unheard of on my channel. That's really good. And just keep it up, guys. It's really awesome. So once again, dudes, I'm rated. Like this video if you can. If not, whatever. But leave some comments on what you guys think.